This is Real Talk for Real.
Hello guys, welcome to Real Talk for Real. I'm your host, Habiba,
No filter,
aka
no lies, just the real
aka
me.
Fine Girl, aka Mosbas, aka No Nonsense, aka The Show Must Go On, aka Jesus First Child. How are you guys doing? Hope you had a wonderful Valentine's Day. For those of you that are yet to subscribe to my channel, I'm begging you to please subscribe to my channel, Real Talk for Real. The 4 is a number. Real Talk for Real on YouTube. And follow us on TikTok on real.talk.forreal75. And on Instagram, Real Talk for Real 2015. And then if you have something juicy that you want us to talk about, please email us at realtalkforreal75@gmail.com. So right now we have our 2 wonderful guests with us today. We're going to be having a very serious, nice conversation that all of you need to hear about. On my right, I have Mr. Tony Akidi.
GQ.
Welcome to Real Talk for Real, GQ.
Thank you.
And on my left, I have Mr. Akeem Brown. Welcome to Real Talk for Real again.
Hello. Thank you.
I'm so happy to have you guys. This is a wonderful topic that I really wanted men to have their input on. So thank you once again for coming, both of you. Thank you for coming at such short notice. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Yes.
Thank you for having us.
Anytime.
Okay. So today we're going to be talking about something I came across on social media about this lady that went to the pastor. Is a public thing that they televise every week or every day, I don't know. And she went to this pastor reporting her husband in public, that her husband is very, very physically abusive to her. And what she's asking the pastor to do is to please pray for her husband or deliver her husband from physically abusing her. And the part that got me in what she said was the fact that she actually said that she doesn't have a problem with her husband physically abusing her, but he shouldn't use his bare hands. He should use belts or something instead. That the pastor should please talk to her husband and also counsel her husband. I was in tears. Literally, I was in tears when I heard her say those things because I felt like this was horrible. But before I say what I have in mind, I want to actually leave it to these 2 gentlemen to give me their input on what they feel. If they were pastors in this church and a woman came and said something like this to them, how would they react to it? So let me start from my right with Mr. Tony Akidi. So what would you say?
Well, there's a lot to say here. There really is a lot to say here. First and foremost, I think that these 2 people need help. They need help. For a woman to even accept that it's okay for a man to lay hands on her by whichever means, hands or belt or whichever way, that is not normal. What we fight and talk about all the time in the society that we live in, every society for that matter, normal human beings talk up against such behaviors. And this woman will even accept this behavior on her by her husband. What is she teaching her child or her children? There's a lot to be said here, like I said, but I'll have my partner also, let's hear his opinion as well. But I'll stop here for now.
Okay. So, Mr. Akeem Brown, what do you think about this?
You know, we often talk about the difference between being a male and a man. You know, a man is to serve. He is here to serve. While a male, he lives to be served.
Mm-hmm.
somehow or another, this or wife has got it in her head that the king that she thinks is a king is being kingly by disciplining her in such a way. Mm-hmm. I don't. Something is totally disconnected with her, but extremely disconnected with him. Mm. It is a dysfunction all the way around. It makes me even wonder, does she have brothers?
I don't even know.
Does she have a father? Mm. And if they did, are they that afraid of this man? Is he that talented from the shoulders that no one wants to challenge him? Mm-hmm. You would want to pray for both of them, and you would want to pray for her. But the honest truth of it all is that she was going to have to want the help. I didn't make this mistake, but I saw it happen. Where I was growing up, my next door neighbor was very abusive to his wife. And you'd hear the screams throughout the night, weekly. And one day they came into the backyard and was having quite the display. We all came out there. I'm about 17 years old, and I went to go help this woman, and my father holds me back and says, you have no idea what that marriage is about and what's going to happen if you get in between the two. I thought it was completely wrong.
I agree.
But then 2 neighbors down, this young man and his father came in and pulled them apart. Do you know this woman defended that man and started beating up these 2 gentlemen trying to help her?
Defended the husband beating her.
Yeah. She defended these 2 men coming to help her, or defended her husband against the 2 men coming to help her. She has to want to be helped.
That's the key.
It is as addictive as drugs, this type of treatment. Because there are the same type of dopamines that you would get from that high of being forgiven, but the low of being chastised and disciplined. He will buy her a gift. He will tell her it won't happen again. And, she will believe him every time until she doesn't. And when she doesn't, well, that woman will be gone. Till then, pray, help, support. Don't ever give up on her. And try your best to turn that man or that male into a man, and in hope with Jesus into a king. Till then, sorry, sis. Nothing I can do for you. Wish I could. You have to find your way out. I don't know what I can do for you. I'm sorry. I wish I could, but I can't. Now, what do you think? You think a good beating to the man will set him straight?
In the good old days, that's actually how that is resolved.
Really?
If assuming the lady came from a family that have male, assuming she has male brothers, right?
Yeah.
They will round this man up and give him a good beating of his life. And usually, and like I said, in the old days, this is how this was resolved, and this will never happen again. But this day and age, of course, you cannot do that. They call it barbaric and all of that. But at the same time, like he said here, this lady have to want the help. Okay. Because in an abusive relationship, what happens also is you look and see when you delve into it, you see that most of the women are actually, they enable their husbands to do what they do. Because this happens, and then the next day, again, like Mr. Kim rightly said, the man goes out, buys her a present, and said it will never happen again, and it does happen. We've seen this in movies, and some of us have witnessed it in real life happen, just like he narrated again earlier, right? But I opened up by saying that these 2 people need help, more especially, I think, the woman, really. because accepting such behavior is really not healthy for her and people around her, especially if they have children. So she does need help. So if I were her pastor, I would definitely invite the man over. And you know the answer to that. 99% of the time, the husband will not come in to see the pastor. Okay. So this is really deep and this is serious. And this is a problem that's really plaguing the society. As we talk and discuss this now, it's happening everywhere. It really is happening. And, yeah, something needs to be done about it.
Now, you know, even if you were to whoop them, get them all straight from the physical side, there's nothing to stop them from the verbal beatings. That verbal abuse, that is a monster. It leaves no marks but the scars on the inside. And you can browbeat a woman down, even a man. A woman can do, hey, the mightiest weapon a woman has is a mouth.
Yeah.
She can tear a king down to a pauper in a second. But I digress. This abuse can happen in multiple ways. And I don't know what to say. It's very hard for me to not care about her. But there's honestly nothing I can do about it until she wants to help. And that's just sad. That's just sad. There's no one to help this woman. No brothers, no cousins, someone fresh out of jail, can't wait to go back. Nobody?
Nobody.
No, but what you find in this situation also is, again, like in your story earlier, this woman will somehow try to protect and cover for the husband, for this abusive man. So she will hide these beatings from the family members. She will hide this abuse from her friends. And again, that is why most of these situations end up in death. And we have statistics to back this up. Okay. Now, when this woman is dead or deformed in some way, that's when the story comes out. And then everybody goes, why didn't you tell anyone? Why didn't she talk to anybody about this? Now the question is going around. To the family members, did you know about this happening? It's a serious situation.
It is. And there honestly isn't one way to answer or fix this one. I guess other than pray for her, which is really sad.
Outside of praying for her, there's something that can be done. Now, again, it depends on the woman. Does she need the help? If she does need the help, and this is something that is been going on for a while, now the woman can be advised to leave the house. She doesn't have to stay with this man.
Yes.
Now, we're not talking about divorce here. Okay. Separate from this person. Give them space. And if the beating or the abuse came from alcoholic or some type of drug tendency, then the woman has to be strong enough to lay down the rules or the boundaries that if you don't stop drinking, this relationship is over, or I'm not coming back home. If you don't stop using drugs, I am not coming back home. So she has to be a person of strong character to say, to lay these boundaries and stand by them. Again, what I found in this whole situation is that the women, sorry to say this, are weak. Most of women you find in abusive situations, they cannot lay these boundaries and stay by it and stand by it. All they need is just a sweet talk, some type of present from the man, and it's all over, and they're back to square one. Okay. So, that's what I have to say for now. So it's not just about praying. This is a place where action has to back praying. Because once you pray and send her back home, what is it say? What is it say? It's not going to continue. It will definitely continue because this came to light not because this is the first time it's been done. It's an ongoing situation. Maybe it got out of hand, or maybe somebody was there, I encouraged her to go see the pastor, and then she came to see the pastor. Most of the time, people are ashamed sometimes to lay their dirty laundry in the public, coming to the pastor. And also, by the way, we have such pastors that have been in abusive situations like this too. It does happen. So these things happen, all right. But the two parties, especially the one being abused, have to have some strong bone behind her to lay down these boundaries. Boundaries is one of the ways to come to attempting to solve the problem.
You mentioned something there that sparked a thought, and she's weak. It seems like this woman is actually ready. She's come out and laid out, as you said, a dirty laundry.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the next step is, so anybody knows this woman, she done came to the pastor and she's ready. She made the first step.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Someone need to go whip his ass. Now whip it good. Don't kill him. But whoop him good. Whoop him real, make him think he's about to die.
Mm-hmm.
If someone's listening, someone need to help out this girl, because if you don't, let's really think about this too. This went viral, right?
Yes, it went viral.
Oh, he whooped his ass. She done got it already. she done got it. For you to, for when you get home, and then your daddy got to get home.
And start from where they stop. You know.
But them days are gone. So well, I hope she gets the help that she needs.
I hope so too. And just like you both said, abuse is both ways. Sometimes men are the ones being abused by their women. So it's not just one-sided, but we're just talking about this particular story because it's about this woman talking to the pastor about her husband. So abuse goes both ways most times too. So if I were the pastor, I will first ask them to separate, just like you said, Mr. Tony. I will ask them not to live together anymore, because at this point, the woman's life is at stake. For her to have this, the man have messed up her mentality so much that she believes that is okay for him to put his hands on her, but not with his physical hands. He can use something else. But she's not also thinking that he can use something else and then end up ending her life. If she's not, if is her worst day. Like, that's the day that the devil have decided, I'm gonna take you out of this earth. Like, either way, whether with belt or with, for her to even think that any way of being physical abusive to her is okay, I think she needs a medical evaluation, like mentally. Like, is women in Africa, we don't take these things seriously because we feel like, why am I meeting a psychologist? Am I crazy? Do I have a mental problem? So there's a stigma that has to do with meeting a psychologist with mental health, so they feel like it means that I'm going crazy. It doesn't mean that you're going crazy. It means that you get to talk to someone who is medically licensed to let you know that this situation is not right for you. You have to leave, or help you navigate it in your mind in such a way where you are able to understand that this is not okay. So for you to stay in an abusive relationship and you're asking the pastor to deliver the man shows already that you're not mentally stable to be in any kind of relationship, let alone married. Because marriage is not where your husband gets to physically abuse you. It's where you guys are supposed to work in unity and in love. There are going to be misunderstanding, but you guys get to talk about it respectfully with each other. Yes. Not being disrespectful in any way to each other, or using words too. They are abusive words that you can use for people that they don't get back from. You know, it's easy for you to say those words, but you're saying it to someone and you're saying you're sorry at the end of it. But what that happens is the brain retains the memory of the bad. So those bad words is what sticks there. So any little thing, he gets to remember that, oh, he once says, I'm a stupid person. He once says, I can get nowhere in life. He once says, you know, that's the way the mind works. So we have to be careful also not just physical abuse, but verbal abuse too is as worse, or if not even more dangerous than the physical abuse. So we have to look out for that. I think that woman really needs help, not any kind of deliverance. She needs to get out of that house. She needs to seek help from medical professionals while she prays. Prayer is good, but I don't think you should be in any abusive relationship or marriage and hoping that God will perform miracle, except if you want to die. I don't know how else to say it. So
Yeah, you said it right, but you said it right. And this woman also. Now, I personally don't know exactly what part of the world this happened, but here in the Western world, there are places called safe homes. So again, like I said earlier, there are lots of help for people, men and women in this situation. So if you reach out to the system you're in, I'm sure even if it's in Africa somewhere, I'm sure there are provisions for this. If you reach out to the authorities, there will be, or there are places called safe homes that you can go for the time being. Get your head together, get your life together, and have this man also get his life and his head together. But you definitely should not take any more chances spending any more days under the same roof with this man, because your life as it is in danger. Now, for you not to know that, and even giving this man the license to use another form of abuse on you, that really needs, you know, needs some teaching, a lesson, whatever it is, praying, detox. It is actually a detox for both of you, because you need to be detoxed from the mentality that it's okay for someone to lay hands on you.
yes.
So you reach out for this help, and I'm sure there are people, I do know there are people out there waiting for people like you to say, I'm ready, help me. You seem to be saying that now, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So please, move forward with that.
So, yeah. So I think this is where we come to an end to this episode. I hope she actually gets help either from the pastor or from people around her, because that I was very, very emotional when I watched that video. So thank you all for listening. Thank you all for tuning in. To those that are yet to subscribe, I am begging you, please subscribe to our channel, Real Talk for Real, and follow us on Instagram, Real Talk for Real 2015, and also follow us on TikTok, real.talk.forreal75. And please email us if you have anything interesting you want us to talk about at realtalkforreal75@gmail.com. Thank you so much once again for watching. Until we see you next time, have a wonderful, productive week. Bye-bye.